The Justice Department has opened an investigation into the shooting of Sonya Massey in Springfield.
She was shot and killed by a deputy earlier this month after calling police to her home for a prowler. Craig Futterman, a law professor and director of the Civil Rights and Police Accountability Project at the University of Chicago Law School, joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Natalie.
The Justice Department is now getting involved in this investigation. What does that exactly mean?
They're there for a reason, because this is horrifying. When a woman calls for help from her home, the people who are supposed to help aren't supposed to kill her, much less shoot her 3 times in the face. It's shameful. Her death is not only tragic, it's unjustified. You have Sonya Massey, a slight middle-aged woman looking for help, didn't pose an immediate threat to anyone's life. And so, yes, the Justice Department, which has a responsibility in enforcing all of our civil rights, is rightly opening an investigation, which could lead to federal criminal charges, which could simply also lead, because there are, as we know, a state indictment in the state of Illinois. The feds will be following this case closely. How deeply they'll get involved is yet to be determined.
Craig, the president and other lawmakers have used this case to call for the passage of the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. How could that have protected Massey or maybe reshaped this case if that was intact?
Yeah, there are, this case raises systemic questions and systemic issues. So I don't want to pretend to know more than I know about the background or the police department, this particular sheriff's department, but we know we have a deputy sheriff who worked for 4 different police agencies within the last 6 years, who had 2 DUI convictions, and it raises systemic questions about how is he even working as a police officer, and what types of screening and information and things should have been known long before he had the opportunity or did what he did. So things like George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, overdue reforms to reform policing, including addressing things like qualified immunity, creating a serious bar for liability when police officers violate people's civil rights, are critically important reforms and unfinished business that never happened since the tragic murder of George Floyd. And it shouldn't take another tragic murder when someone's calling for help to do some common sense things that should have been done a while back.
And you mentioned calling for help. We do know that Massey was struggling with some mental health issues. Is this another example of where police could have called in maybe a social worker to assist them in this?
Yeah, that's certainly one of the issues. But even police officers who were responding. So I mean, one, it's critically important that whoever's responding is appropriately trained, and it's clear that this officer was not prepared. Miss Massey did show she was disoriented. She may have been living with mental illness, but was completely calm, was not showing any intent or any indications of violence toward anyone. And what I saw was an officer in a moment that took a situation at 0 and took it immediately to 100. Like, he took offense at something that she said. It was, "Rebuke me in the name of Jesus." It was almost like, how dare you say something like this? And he immediately then pulled out his gun, threatened to, and I won't curse, but shoot her in the effing face and point the gun right at her face. And that is exactly what he wound up doing. The kinds of training that you expect, you don't point a gun at a fellow human being. This is basic training, basic gun safety training, unless you're prepared to kill and shoot them. Just doing that then took what was a calm situation and turned it into a deadly situation where any flinch and any movement could mean life or death. And that's exactly what it meant for Miss Massey. It meant 3 shots to her face from the officer who just threatened that just a moment ago. So yes, having appropriately trained officers who respect and understand the sanctity of all human life, which is central to all policing, this would have been a completely different situation.
Craig Futterman, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having me again.